You've always known, haven't you? Deep within, buried beneath layers of noise and distraction, lies a quiet knowing, an ancient memory that whispers words are more than just sounds. They are not mere marks on a page. They are tools of creation. Words shape reality. They mold the unseen. They carry codes. They are codes. Since the dawn of human consciousness, this truth has echoed through time. Shamans, priests, and mystics chanted sacred phrases, not just to be heard, but to change the very nature of existence. Prophets didn't just speak, they invoked destiny. Every culture held this secret. In every civilization, language was sacred. Words were power. But over time, this truth faded, diluted by logic, forgotten by modern minds, and yet it waits. What if the words you speak each day aren't random? What if hidden within them is an invisible architecture, an energetic blueprint capable of awakening parts of you long asleep? We were taught language is for asking, expressing, explaining. A tool, nothing more. But what if it's far more than that? What if words are vibrations and vibration is energy? Then every word you speak is a ripple in the field of reality, each sound a wave that touches not only the air, but the quantum threads of your life. Every sentence a spell, every phrase a force your words create. Not just reflect, not just describe. They shape, and the ancients knew, the Egyptians called it Heka, words of power. To speak a name was to summon its essence. In the East, the sages gave us mantras, sound formulas that alter consciousness. Even in the West, the mystery remained. In the beginning was the Word. And the Word was with God, and the Word was God. These are not metaphors, they are reminders. Your voice is not small, it is sacred. A praise can magically raise your energy. A criticism can slice deeper than an unseen sword. Words generate feelings. They link memories. They program brains. Words affect your subconscious as though they were reality. Telling yourself over and over that you are weak will cause your body and energy to change accordingly. Saying I am strong causes something inside of you to react to that order. Though it may initially seem untrue, language was never only about communication, it has always been about coding. Whoever uses words shapes perception. Whoever shapes perception shapes reality. What gives a word its sacredness? What distinguishes a common phrase from an incantation able to change mental and energetic states? The solution lies not only in the term, but also in its underlying intention. Every day, without thinking, you employ words with more than meaning. They have patterns, frequencies, gateways to higher or lower states of awareness. Certain phrases sap your vitality, others increase it. Some trap you in a cycle of recurring patterns. Others may start a new stage in your life. Yet language has a secret code inside it, something that can be read and deliberately applied. From now on, you will know that the secret to releasing the latent power inside you is in what you say and how you say it. From the time we learn to talk, we are surrounded by an ocean of words, unaware of their actual influence on us. We pronounce phrases, repeat expressions, absorb meanings uncritically. Every word has a code, an electromagnetic pattern forming our thoughts, feelings, and very being. This knowledge was set aside for a select few since antiquity. With exact intent, Egyptian priests selected sounds and symbols and employed chants with surgical accuracy. Knowing that written words might be abused if they fell into the wrong hands, Celtic druids safeguarded their wisdom via oral traditions. From every corner of the globe, ancient people viewed language as a gateway to something higher, a bridge linking the visible and the invisible, the human and the divine. But over time, this understanding faded. Language was trivialized, cut to a simple practical tool, robbed of its holy character. Once a tool for creation, what became an unconscious habit turned us into slaves to the words we use without even knowing it. Every word we speak seals our own destiny. We believe we are only describing reality. Words form beliefs. Beliefs influence perception. Perception shapes experience. Before we even see it, the cycle concludes. That is why some societies regarded particular names as secret, meant to be used only by those initiated. It was not a superstition. It was an acknowledgement of the natural strength of the term. What results from our confident speech? The body reacts, the heart races, the breath shifts, the mind tunes to the new frequency. If words may change our own condition, What stops them from changing the world around us? Our words resonate. Vibration underlies all that is. Our speech projects a frequency. The universe reacts to that emission. This is vibrational mechanics, not just philosophy. We were, however, instructed to disregard this. To say without purpose, to parrot statements packed with unpleasant connotations without ever considering their impact. Your words are its building blocks, not only representations of your reality. Then the game shifts. Every phrase is an energy command. Thus, when you get that, you start to see you were never only a passive participant in reality. Even without your knowledge, you have always been encoding it. Every spoken syllable might be a spell. What if every recurring thought was a program you personally set up in your mind and body? So training yourself to exist inside certain patterns. The reality is this: the unseen scripts that govern your life experience are your words, your convictions, your internal narratives. Every second, just by what you choose to affirm, you may be either building yourself or undermining yourself. The ancients were aware of this understanding that speaking was not only expressing, but also creating. They safeguarded some words, limited some names, and valued silence as much as the word. Knowing that sound is vibration, not just noise, they sang particular syllables with exact patterns. Vibration affects substance. Your words do not only hang in the air. It leaves a mark on your emotional state, on your vibrational field, on your energy. The problem is not only about altering words, but also about altering their underlying meaning. I might say 1,000 times that I am strong, but I don't believe it, so nothing will alter. Your body and mind will react to the sentence as a command if it is charged with conviction, energy, and an authentic vibe. Commands are simply that. You are always commanding the universe, your subconscious, your system, and it does react. It always does. This is the turning point. Every phrase is a frequency, a code vibrating inside and outside of you. Therefore, the unavoidable inquiry is, what have you been invoking? Yes, words are a call. Every time you confirm something, you are opening a door to that reality. Most people are caught in self-imposed spells, bad enchantments strengthened every day. They claim, I cannot. This usually backfires. Life is difficult for me. Unknowingly, they are programming their own fate with these orders, because indeed they are decrees. The subconscious does not reject question or recognize irony. It simply runs and takes. Reiterating hollow affirmations is insufficient. You must experience them, live them, and communicate purposefully. Egyptian priests did not just read the hikau, words of power. They turned into the vibe of what they spoke. Every phrase was loaded with a particular energy meant to change consciousness and trigger particular internal and external powers. This information has not vanished. It has only been diluted, camouflaged, changed into something that appears unimportant, so that only a few could really reach it. What causes some words to linger in our heads and others to fade into the background? Vibrational math underlies language, therefore. Every sound creates resonance. Every resonance alters your internal structure. Your world starts to shift when you start to talk with purpose, to choose words as though they were sacred instruments, to see that every phrase has significance and secret meaning. Then you start to pay attention. For the first time, really listen, not only to others, but also to yourself. You watch your speech patterns and question yourself, how many times a day do I declare anything bad unwittingly? How frequently do I support limiting beliefs, masquerading as innocuous remarks? How many words have I taken in during my life without considering their effect on my energy? Now that you know every word has a vibratory weight, some line you up, others throw you off. Most people talk without any knowledge of what they are scripting for themselves. Your words to others are one thing, but what do you tell yourself when no one is listening? What resonates in your head? It is that voice, the quietest one, that most profoundly molds your life. You can declare to the world your confidence, but should you tell yourself over and over that you are insecure, that will be the prevailing vibration. Now picture pushing this to the limit. Imagine deliberately selecting every phrase all day long, one complete day without automatic sentences, without reinforcing past stories, without feeding habits that no longer benefit you. A day when every spoken utterance is a command of power, a harmony with the reality you wish to live in? What would that encounter be like? What would alter by the conclusion of the day? Who would you turn into? Should language be a code? Letters are the basic building blocks of this matrix, the notes of an unseen symphony forming our surrounding reality. What many don't understand is that these symbols, these letters we use to write, are not only arbitrary conventions, they hold concealed meanings, energetic layers and archetypes, quietly running under the framework of awareness. Writing has always been viewed as something heavenly since the most ancient cultures. Because it was thought that every symbol had natural force, hieroglyphs in Egypt were known as medunata, the words of the deities. The Hebrews viewed the alphabet as a mirror of creation, with every letter holding a piece of the primordial energy of the universe. Sanskrit sounds in the Hindu faith were not only phonemes, but moreover sacred vibrations activating body energy centers upon utterance. What these societies realized, and what we have lost sight of, is that language is more than simply a tool for expression. It is an activating mechanism. Every word you speak, every letter you type, is sending a particular frequency that tunes you into particular energies. What results from saying a lengthy, open A? One feels expansion, one feels fluidity. A continuous M, like an ancient chant, resonates in the chest and triggers a condition of depth and reflection. These are not accidents. They are patterns of vibration. Words carry energy, not just describe. Here is the turning point. Your reality is strongly influenced by how you mix these structures. If every letter and syllable has a vibrational weight, some words naturally harmonize. Their flow matches us with higher degrees of awareness. Others, full of tension and discord, appear to trap energy and restrict our expression. Have you ever seen how some words linger thick in the air, while others flow like a crystal river? This is not only a question of meaning, it's about vibration. What if you could read this matrix? What if you could start to use every letter deliberately and know what it stimulates inside you? You would be an architect of your own frequency rather than a victim of automated language. That is precisely what the ancients accomplished. When they named individuals and objects with almost mathematical accuracy, when they chanted certain words in rituals, when they carved symbols on temples, they weren't only picking words, they were adjusting frequencies. Consider our contemporary society now. Most people talk without purpose, write without consciousness, and repeat language patterns implanted in their heads without ever challenging them. So what comes out of this confusion, fragmentation? A separation between voice cognition and internal vibration. Everything shifts though, once you understand you can reclaim control. Understanding that every syllable can be a key, and that speaking is not only an act of communication, but also an act of creativity changes everything. Then comes the practice. Do something now. Say slowly, I am eyes closed. Experience the vibration of these words in your body. Now lengthen the vowel. I exist. Can you tell the difference? The sound gets more present and deeper. Now consider including a purpose. I am strong. Speak with emphasis. Feeling what this combination triggers inside of you. Say it again, hearing your own voice changing your tone until the sentence matches your enthusiasm. This is not only a workout, it is a vibrational adjustment. It is the most natural approach to understand that your voice is not only an empty echo in the world. It is a tool that harmonizes your actual life. It lets you connect with something beyond yourself, engage interior states, and let go of stale patterns. When you start talking with awareness, when you start to notice what each word triggers within of you, something changes. Once more, language is wonderful, which is. Should you have ever had a lump in your throat from fighting back tears, a tightening in your chest from hearing terrible news, or an odd shiver from hearing particular words, you have already gone through what few others acknowledge. Words are not only mental constructs, they show up in the body. Every word you say, every sound you make reverberates in your energetic system, hence affecting your physical condition as well as your mental and emotional state. What we hear and say does not exist in a vacuum. It carves itself inside us. Across spiritual traditions worldwide, voice energy centers and bodily health are clearly related. In Hinduism and Buddhism, chakras are energy vortexes linked to various facets of our life, and each one reacts to particular frequencies. The throat chakra, situated in the neck's core, controls our capacity to convey truth, to turn ideas into vibration, not merely speech. Blocked, it affects more than just our ability to communicate. We can have trouble breathing, neck tightness, and sore throats. Our energetic condition is directly reflected in the voice. This link extends considerably farther. Research indicates that words have frequencies strong enough to change the chemical composition of our bodies. Sounds and intonations have been shown to affect the immune system, blood pressure, and heart rate. This implies that our biology is directly influenced by what we say and how we express it. Have you ever noticed how some people always say they're tired, exhausted, or unwell? They live in a constant state of fatigue, and it never seems to change. That's not random. It's not just coincidence. Because words are commands and the body's always listening, it hears, it obeys, it responds. In many shamanic and spiritual traditions, illness isn't only a physical issue, it's an energetic imbalance, an emotional distortion, something that builds up when the truth stays unspoken. What we don't say doesn't disappear. It hides, it lodges itself in our chest, our throat, our muscles. Unspoken pain becomes tension. Repressed feelings become weight. Ask yourself now, what have you been swallowing for years? How many words never left your lips? How many truths stayed locked in your voice? Take a moment right now. Breathe in deeply. Place your hand gently over your throat. Now say it aloud. I release everything I've held inside. Feel it. Say it again, but with purpose. My voice is free. I speak with clarity and courage. Let the vibration of those words move through you. Feel the shift. Because this isn't just about words, it's about energy. It's about alignment. Your voice is a gateway. When you speak with intention, your voice becomes the bridge between body and spirit. And once you begin to use it consciously, you'll realize there's no gap between what you say and what you live. Your experience follows the energy of your expression. Have you ever felt something's off inside you? Like a silent friction? Something blocking your flow, making you feel stuck? That happens when what you desire and what you express are misaligned. When your words say one thing, but your vibration says another. You say you want peace, but you argue all day. You long for love, but you speak in fear and withdrawal. You crave abundance, but your words carry the frequency of lack. The problem isn't your desires. The problem is your resonance. In this universe, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you vibrate. And vibration begins with words, with thoughts, with the names you give your reality. If your energy and your voice are not in harmony, it's like trying to tune in to a radio station with the wrong frequency. All you'll hear is static, confusion, interference. But there is a way to realign. The key is intention. The magic is in conscious repetition. Words repeated with heart and focus begin to reprogram your energetic field. Try this now. Close your eyes. Ask yourself, what is the one word that defines the life I want to create? Maybe it's abundance, clarity, freedom, love, strength, joy. Now speak that word. Say it again and let it echo through your chest. Feel its tone. Let it ripple through your being. Now build a full affirmation around it. I am abundance. I am serenity. I am growing every day. Let those words become part of you. Because when your words and your energy finally align, you won't just speak about change. You'll become it. I am might. Now comes the most crucial component. Bring this frequency into your everyday existence. Saying it once is insufficient. To talk in line with this frequency, you must become this word. Your word is abundance. Stop discussing lack. If your message is peace, then observe whether your voice is rife with grievances and strife. Alignment is not only an abstract idea, it is an everyday habit. The logical question now is, how will you use this information? How do you transform this awareness into something useful? Something that really changes your energy and releases the inner forces constantly inside you, ready to be activated. It's easy ritualistic behavior. In the traditional definition, ritual does not refer to anything mystical or religious. Ritual is purposeful behavior. Bringing awareness into what you say and do creates a sacred moment where energy may be redirected. The ancients were aware of this. The prayers murmured in tunnels illuminated only by torches, the shamanic chanting the Egyptian temples. All of these were word-based energy activation rituals. What helped them still functions now. This is a straightforward but strong approach. You can call it the last key as it seals what we have investigated hitherto. Select a holy area. It doesn't have to be a temple or an altar, just a spot where you feel grounded. If you know how to go inside, it might be your room, an outdoor area, or even inside your own head. Access silence by breathing deeply, before speaking, before activating any word attuned to a state of present. A word without presence is hollow. A phrase spoken with awareness, however, is a key that unlocks interior doors. Select the term you wish to use in your life. Consider what you wish to open. It might be healing power, abundance, clarity, or bravery, something that really speaks to your path. Say this word slowly and loudly. Imagine its music saturating your body. Feel this word's resonance throughout your chest, throat, and whole being. Say it in a certain cadence. Repetition, like ancient mantras, produces resonance. It might be 3, 7, 11 times. The intention with which you say the number matters more than the actual number. Experience the word integrating into you. It's not only a sound coming from your mouth, you are anchoring it inside yourself. You are not only talking, you are changing your vibration to fit this term. A hidden now. This habit need not be something far from your everyday existence. Any time can be made into an activation ceremony. Your power word may be spoken upon waking. You might use it mentally prior to a difficulty. When you require strength, you may tell it to yourself quietly. Words are vibrational triggers. Now that you know this, you can purposefully utilize them to unlock doors inside of you. What will your word be? Many folks run on autopilot. They talk aimlessly, unknowingly they use derogatory language. Out of habit, they strengthen harmful patterns, but today you lack that justification. You have witnessed the concealed structure behind language. You have felt the influence of word vibrations on your body and mind. Now it is time to experience it. Integration takes place on 3 levels. First, what you tell the world. Every talk gives you a chance to redirect your energies. Would you rather whine and be negative or share higher ideas? Do you employ words that deplete or those that empower? If said with presence, a simple thank you may be an appreciation ritual. If it is felt in, I love you, might be a genuine, energetic edict. Second, what you tell yourself. The most potent feature of the word is your internal monologue. What resonates in your head all day long? Do you criticize yourself unrelentingly, or do you treat yourself with kindness? What results from your beginning to speak to yourself like you would to someone you love and wish to see develop? Third, how you sanctify your voice. Speech can be more than only communication. It can be a holy deed. A straightforward good morning can genuinely mean to wish someone a great day. A phrase before sleep can turn into a directive for your mind. The key is to talk with presence, and for this integration to really take place here are 5 easy but strong everyday rituals. Change your emotional vocabulary. Notice the automatic phrases you employ. Substitute my body needs rest for I'm dying of tiredness. I handle it. Substitute I haven't found the answer yet, but it does for that's impossible. Your subconscious processes reality differently with small changes. Make rituals out of ordinary language. Pause for a few seconds and say something deliberate before a big meeting, before a defining moment, before sleep. It might be a blessing to yourself, a directive, or a thank you. Your energy is being reprogrammed. Most importantly, spread this knowledge. The planet craves this. Speaking with presence, purpose, and genuine enthusiasm causes it to resonate in people who listen. You turn into a resonance conduit for something more. Your voice is not only yours. It is a cosmic instrument playing itself via you. Begin now. In the comments, record what you experienced and what you discovered. To continue on your spiritual and personal development, watch our other videos. Until next time.